Sup nerds, Own Goal here bringing you a tournament match. Today I'm going to be playing Dark Elves. This is coming off a semifinals loss to Anticity in the World Champs. So after tournaments I kind of like to regroup and try some fun things out that I haven't been doing as much. Dark Elves I was not playing because they're strong. I really love the faction. It's got a lot of tools, but it just wasn't quite as strong as some of the very best things. So we're experimenting with like aggressive, fairly infantry and cav oriented builds. And our teammate Melkor here, who's newer but quite good at the game, is on the Empire. Looks like he went pretty wide, like a typical Mantide build. So what we're going to try to do is like cheeky cap a couple points, do a soft build up, and then do a big cav pincer overload where we come around the sides, roll him up, crush the center. So we'll see if he lets us do that. And I'm testing today if Mass Dark Elf Cavalry has any legs, because they've got some pretty cool, like number one, the Cold One Knights are probably the best 1000 cav in the game. They're really, really good at cav duels. They do great damage into most unit types. It's just a really cool, really strong unit. Number two, the Elite Cold One Dread Knights are not that far behind. They do exceptionally well in any cav trades, and they've got the mass and the AP to roll over infantry. So what we're going to be attempting to do is just summoning a crap ton of this cav, and then using a combination of like cycle charging and disrupting braces and stuff to run over the enemy. And then this is just like kind of a fun piece of tech. We're taking the passive spam on Dark Elves, which I like. Oh, whoa, I want that to stay up. Huh. Some element of the UI changed. It's not. Anyways, the passive, but it lowers armor for like a good amount of time, which is, I think, powerful. Okay, telling my opponent I'm ready. Here we go. Hope it works. We were just giving him time to set up because he's newer. Okay, so we got Boris, which we should be able to contain easily. A whole lot of spears. He has 15 units, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's a couple, 13. So there's probably like 2 huntsmen or so in there, or something I didn't see somewhere else, like in the bushes. But these are units that we can pretty easily outkite, as long as he doesn't have like a fuck ton of huntsmen. So we'll move our chariots up, but just be like kind of savvy. He shouldn't be going for this trade, to be honest. The Scourge Runners are really exceptional in this kind of situation. So I'm not seeing huntsmen popping out. So what we want to do here actually is start summoning our heavy cav. Actually, he's imp heavy. And we haven't seen his caster. I don't think there's any huntsmen, because I think there might be one. The reason I care so much about the huntsman is that if he doesn't have those, we're kind of free to just poke with impunity. But if he does, we have to be like ultra careful with these chariots, because 1 or 2 good volleys could get him quite a bit of value. So first we're going to try to take out this engineer, because it'll do really good damage to our infantry. And it can kind of trade with the chariots, but like, not really. It's a threat. We get a free cycle charge. We'll just do that, pop out. And now we're just going to be summoning Elite Cav. You know, the Elite Cav spam, I really wanted to go. But also he is like spears for days. So I don't know if this is quite what the mama ordered. What the doctor ordered. Huh, where is this damage coming from? What the fuck? Maybe was that just the engineer? I was a little confused how I was taking down. I don't think they have anything that would, like, Marcus can stock, but huh. Maybe that thing has longer range than I think. Oh, sick. So that unit is stocked when it's in the trees. That's so cool. Oh man, that's really cool. So he's using the texture of this map. That's so fucking cool. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Well, man, you know, our infinite cav idea is just looking at onlyspears.com. Okay. So the more cav we summon, the more he gets ahead on his spears. So we don't really want that. So I think what we need to do is have like a small delay. Oh god. Get out of the range of that. To build up a tiny bit more, and then we just got to go in. Because we don't. Okay, swordsman. I don't think we're actually favored scaling wise here. Like if we get more units and he gets more units, it's not obvious to me that this is actually advantageous to us. Let's try Doom Bolt. So like what we want to do is get an engage on a side that's favorable where he can't like shoot us back too much, and then collapse early. We'll get our Pterosaurus out, sure. There's a lot of state troops for us to contend with here. And he's shooting our Dread Knight, so we need to get out of the way of that. We don't want that. No want. And then when the brace, oh god, demis. Just intense micro for a second. He's not very active with those demis. What we'd like to do is get the drop on them with these Dread Spears if we can. Oh, there's the demis. Okay, run away. Get those in there. Doom Bolt that. Run away there. Witch Elves Rampage. And okay, this is going pretty well for us. Oh god. That's not going well. Over there. Yeah, let's just summon. I mean, we're trying to test the elite Dark Elf Cav, so I'm gonna summon that this game because I wanna do the thing that we came here to do. It's a little bit awkward here. I'll chase with that, run away from the spears because there's so many damn spears. Once the spears are gone, we should. Honestly, we really need to deal with this demi because it will run over a lot of our cav. We need to get the drop on it somehow. This flank is going really well for us on the left. Let's see if we can take this shit out. But this back dive really did not go well because the demis are beasts. Beasts! I'll get some shots of the demis this way. Maybe we'll just Doom Bolt them. I wonder, this should do good damage, I hope. He is kind of kicking our ass. So we're far enough behind right now that this might end up being like a points game. That we need to like scrap out that way. Our cav is like considerably superior to his. So if we can kind of clear out this initial horde of infantry, then we can probably grind out the cav game. Oh god, oh god. Whoop, whoop, red alert. Empire grenade launchers, whoop, whoop. I guess we can use our missile cav to try to contest. Okay, we need to contain those fuckers. Put our lord in as a bait. We're behind, so we're willing to expose our lord. And then we just get in there. Basically, like, if he actually dedicates the resources to the Lord to kill it, that's an acceptable outcome. Because you're losing a game anyways where that's happening. So as a gambit, when you're behind, sometimes you want to do that. Because, like, it's, you know, the Lord finishing the game at a small amount of health is not doing you any favors. So you can, like, leverage it to draw their attention for a minute. Or do something like chase off a a damaged caster. So this is going miserably, but we might be able to like scrap it out. At least our elite cap is kind of doing stuff. Make sure he doesn't rally these because we need him to not do that. Oh god, okay, so we need to take points, but he has more units. That's a problem. That's a big fucking problem. We're probably gonna have to get his lord here somehow. It looks bad. Looks bad, fam. Maybe we can get a little pick here. See if we can get something sneaky going. It's tricky because we can't get too deep in his spawn. Or else he's gonna get these like hyper advantageous trades on us. That'll go well over there. Get a little assist. Maybe we can hunt his caster with our horse lord in melee. Oh god, that's not good. I'd like to be providing more commentary here, but I'm like, micro. This is a scrappy game. I think we're actually pulling ahead right now. The X factor here is his lord, who is very, very good at grinding out late game blob fights because he's got all those abilities. So we need to be like a little bit mindful of that. I think we actually have time to bring one more chariot in. Let's get wind over there. We don't really want to be fighting near these halberds. That's a problem. Maybe we can get a scrappy rear charge. Okay, I think we've triple capped him. I'm not sure we quite got the point there, but we're close. We're close. Okay. Yeah, we did triple cap sick. So now we just need to avoid a bad engage. Get that out of there. Nope. I think we're not going to be able to kill Boris. So basically, we want to mitigate the amount of like dominance he can provide in engages, and do stuff like try to trick him into overchasing. And then just win on the back of having good cav. Scrap, scrap, scrap. I think this might actually work out for us. On summon you. Route that off. I don't think we're going to be able to take this point back, but maybe we are. Here, we'll tilt that in our favor. Aha. So now it's just Cav City from here on out. Maybe we could actually resummon the Witch Elf if it comes off cooldown, because he's just summoning a lot of spears. And we're hovering our Lord in the tempting range of his, so that he is hopefully inclined to chase while not getting value. We don't really want this blob fight. Get that out. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But very awkwardly. Oh, let's get these out. He's got spears over here. So we got all this cav, and it's like, can't do shit. Yeah, I can. Here, we'll get a little spear Sammy. Make a nice little spear lunch sandwich. Some spear meat. Hopefully. Yeah, he's not going for it. Rude. You're supposed to take our tactical baits. Oh, he's going for it. Yes, bait accepted. Bait unaccepted. Okay, so we get a little sandwich there. And basically, like, hopefully that routes. Oh, God. It's not routing. Oh, shit. Wherever his lord is, we go, like, not there. Oh, God. And we're going to need to... Our Spear Sammy was a disaster. There are no lunch meats being consumed. There's nothing delicious here. The Spear Sammy resulted in Cav fighting Spear. And we got like a third of its health. It seemed like it would work. Man, those state troops are sticky, I will say. So I think a little bit ago we probably had an opportunity to summon a witch elf that we missed. We need to get this point, because we're definitely not going to win the protracted fight here. We can try it now, though. This will clear out the point. It's just there might not be enough time. Okay, so we capped. That's good. Get the chariot through there. Get our lord in there. And our plan, I don't think we actually can hold against Boris. So our plan is going to be to basically trade these 2 points back and forth until we win the game. But that does mean that we need to delay here for a while. Maybe we can get these off the point. God, this fucking spear is like... This spear is our father. It's absolutely our daddy. Spear is our daddy. Although he doesn't have the point, so there's that. Oh god, Bortus is gonna wreck us. But that's okay if we keep this point for about another minute. We're not really threatening taking this without the Witch Elf. Maybe we can pop this over and keep here. So this will save that. Now we're just all in on mid, I think. We have to... Well, we're going to give him something to think about, because this Witch Elf will actually chew through pretty much everything over there. All our clever Spear Sammy stuff. Oh no! Keep the point! Hold! Hold! This is like Empire's sweet spot. Hold! Because they have, all those things have cap weight. Hold! God. This might actually work. Oh my god. Chariot, do your work. Do your work, Chariot. Okay, so that saved that. We'll walk. I think we're gonna get him. Yes. Okay, so Team Heavy Cav was an abject failure, but we did sneaky late game bullshit, and it worked. We take those. We take those. That was a great game. Let's see how our units did. I'm pleased with that. That's what we were hoping for. I'm curious how the Heavy Cav did, since that's what we were trying to test. The Sorceress spam actually was pretty good. Like, it paid for itself, and it got a whole lot of buffs off. The Chariots carried. The Colo Knights were pretty good, even though they mostly got 2 summons. Crossbows also carried. So our light poke element was very good, and our Heavy Cav was very, very bad. Shit. Shit. Although they've got to kill something, so that's part of the overload premise, is that you... Oh, this is such a cool unit. Oh, sweet. They kill a few of them, and the other ones are able to carry. All right, well, thanks for watching, nerds. Hopefully that was useful. A little bit of instruction in how to scrap back when your all-in Heavy Cav strategy is bad. So long.